What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
John Wick 3 Parabellum, the newest in the John Wick franchise, the probably my most favorite franchise potentially right now going on, like new franchise, kind of taps into that action movie love that I have from when I was a kid growing up, watching Jackie Chan or American Ninja or any of the, billions of 80s action movies. But, more modern day with more modern day technology, almost like a reimagining of the fighting in The Matrix into a completely different storyline, but using some of the same actors in a way. But yeah, John Wick 1, kind of independent, went under the radar, exploded once it hit video on demand. John Wick 2 took everything to the next level. Keanu Reeves, assassin. There's this whole assassin world. I kind of felt that Hotel Artemis was like a relative of this movie franchise in a way. But this one's insane. John Wick 3, it takes everything to the next level. Not necessarily my favorite of the three. I think, 1 and 2. 2, I have to revisit them. But I feel like this one, I want to revisit all of them. But coming out of this one, I felt a little lacking. It felt like it had more. They pumped up the action. They gave all of the action. It's nonstop action. They just pumped full of steroids, action, action, action. What I felt was missing were there's very dramatic moments, especially in the first one. The whole how this whole thing starts with the bad guys killing his dog, and dogs play a huge role in kind of the through line of John Wick, which I, as a dog person, that also gets me in. I was in from the first one, and this one has a scene that's kind of similar in a way, but it's just this one, they take it so there's knives, there's guns, there's dogs, there's horses, there's swords, there's belts, there's motorcycles, there's every single thing that could be used in the most gruesome way is in this movie. It's got everything action packed, but I wish it had a little bit more. It felt like maybe it was more. It just needed a little bit more heart to it, I guess. I don't know. But it's not. I don't think they were trying to do that. I think they were just they John Wicked the John Wick series, and they went to 12 instead of just 11 somehow. John Wick 1 started at 10. John Wick 2 took it to 11 as far as action-wise. And then this one. And it's gorgeous. The same thing with all the other ones. Just gorgeous scenery. And they keep bumping that up, which, I wouldn't mind. I don't know if they're going in this direction. I don't know how much more excited I will be in 4. Because they clearly set up for a John Wick 4 at the end of this. And the ending of this is it kind of felt, I was missing out a bit. I wanted more. It was okay, so this is a part 1 of 2 of a, it almost felt like Matrix 2 in a way. Not as much of a downer, but it kind of had this is clearly part 1 of a 2-part series. So I don't know. I don't know if that's already planned to do a 4. I know I've read and seen articles on social media of Keanu Reeves saying as long as the fans want it, I will do them forever, which I'm fine with. Keanu Reeves is starting to look old, but still legit as fuck. The action scenes in this are amazing. Just the choreography is amazing. The bad guy, they made the bad guy a fanboy of John Wick, which gave him, he almost felt like a troll. A lot of these times I'll hear comedians on their podcasts when they get insulted. Anytime somebody's an asshole online, they get confronted, by the person they're being an asshole to. They usually say that they're huge fans. So there's kind of a moment in this which was kind of funny, but I don't know. There's something about, I don't know if it was the actor that played the bad guy or just the way it was written or whatever, but I just like, I didn't really like it. I think it was the actor. I just don't, the way he did it, it was just, I don't know. I didn't like, it just wasn't a good bad guy for me. Just like that. And it's such a big part of the end of this movie because it's, you know, the big bad guy battle with John Wick, which the fight was amazing. It's just the parts in between the fights where the fanboy bad guy exists and you get to know him, I don't like as much. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I mean, I can understand not liking action movies if you're a person that doesn't like action movies, like it's just not your thing. But if you are at all into action movies, this is like, you can go fuck yourself. I mean, especially the beginning. So this movie starts off with a knife battle, which the trailer spoils. I wish I hadn't seen the trailer at all because it kind of spoils a couple things. I mean, the knife battle is amazing. But then it goes into, I mean, it's John Wick trying to get away because it picks up right at the end of John Wick 2, where the call goes out where he's being disavowed or whatever the fuck it's called. And every hitman in the world is out to get him because he's got $14 million bounty on his head. So he's on the run. So it's it's just him trying to get away and fighting off all kinds of crazy people. So it's tons of, you know, moments for tons of possibility and potential for action scenes, which this movie pumps full of, like steroids, like the good stuff that Big Bugs Bunny drank in Space Jam, where it's roided up. It's uber-reamed out with action scenes. And one of the action scenes, particularly with the horse, was amazing. Amazing. Like this movie starts out so hard. It starts out so hard. Like flexing on every action movie ever. It's like, fuck all of you. Look at what we can do now. And it kind of slows down. It doesn't really slow down at all. It's just like you're in it. You're in it. It's like nonstop from, it seems like the climax of a movie where it's just shit's getting real and he's on the run and you're watching all these him trying to call in favors and call in, you know, oath pacts and stuff, which the whole world building in this is amazing. They kind of explain the coins and how they don't represent monetary value. It's just a gift given in an exchange where you have a meeting of people, and it's just to honor that meeting by a gift, which I thought was interesting. And then there's some other things that were good. That the enemies in like towards the end of the movie, they're upgraded enemies where they have upgraded armor, to where John Wick's amazing marksmanship isn't enough to just take out everybody like it's been the entire series. How just like laser precision accurate he is with taking people out with weapons. But this time, it's more like the bullets are punches, and it just kind of knocks people down, and he has to get in close to be able to shoot within the creases underneath the helmet. I thought that was an amazing, because that's something I don't think I've seen in a movie where it's just like all of the bad guys. I mean, there's always that scene where somebody's like wearing a vest or something. So I love this movie. I want to see the whole franchise again. It's great. I love it. John Wick 3, Parabellum. Go watch it. New episodes of this show come out daily. Subscribe on IGTV and everywhere else podcasts are found. Binge the full week over at patreon.com/inspireddisorder. InspiredDisorder.com for all of my original artwork. Go buy some paintings now. At Ray Taylor for me on all social media. Have a great day, everybody. Peace out!